Ganesha, Namaste. Oh, I was so engrossed in my thoughts that I didn't even see all of you. Namaste, all of you. From your looks, it looks like you're wondering why I'm here. Let me tell you, I've traveled everywhere, and today I come to offer my pranam and receive the blessings of Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati on the occasion of Shivaratri. It's such an auspicious day. Why don't I narrate the story of how Lord Shiva married Parvati Devi? The story begins a long time ago. There was a Sanskrit poet. His skills were so excellent, he is known even today. His name is Kalidasa, and he composed a kavya by the name of Kumara Sambhava. It describes how the divine couple met and how they got married. I can't tell you the entire thing. Why don't I condense it? And also I'll tell you some of the things I personally saw. I'll do that. But before I do so, let me seek the blessings of my Nataraja so I can proceed with my story.
Kapali, 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 கருணை நிலவு பொழி வதனமதியனூர் காபாலி 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 கோபாலம் ஆழிசூர் தலத்தவரும் ஆபால கோபாலம் ஆழிசூர் தலத்தவரும் பூபாலரும் அஷ்டதி பாலரும் போற்றும் அபூத பூபாலரும் அஷ்டதி பாலரும் போற்றும் அபூத பகரி சரித சபத சரிக கத பகரிக சத பகரிக கபத சரித தரி சத பத கரி சத பத சத பகரி காபாலி கருணை நிலவு பொழி வதன மதியனூர் காபாலி மதிப்புனல் அரவு கொன்றை தும்பை அருக மத்தை புனை மாஷடையான் மதிப்புனல் அரவு கொன்றை தும்பை அருகன் மத்தை புனை மாஷடையான் விரிதலை மாலை மார்பன் உரித்த கரியின் வெம்புலியின் தோலுடையான் அதிர முழங்கும் உடுக்கையும் திருசூலமும் அங்கியும் குரங்கமும் இலங்கிடும் கையான் அதிர முழங்கும் உடுக்கையும் திருசூலமும் அங்கியும் குரங்கமும் இலங்கிடும் கையான் அதிர முழங்கும் உடுக்கையும் திருசூலமும் அங்கியும் குரங்கமும் இலங்கிடும் கையான் துதி மிகு திருமேனி முழுதும் சாவல் குலங்கையதிர் மங்கைய மனம் கவர் ஜகன் மோகனக பகரி சரித சபத சரிக கத பகரிக சத பகரிக சபத சரித தரி சதபத கரி சதபத சத பகரிக கருணை நிலவு போழி வதன மதியனூர் காபாலி
The beginning of our story is a very sad one indeed. Back then, Shiva was married to Sati. She was the daughter of Daksha Prajapati, who was a very pompous man indeed. One day, Sati heard that her father had a yajna, and uninvited, she went to her father's house. There, insult was heaped on insult. She was not treated as a beloved daughter that she once was. On top of it, her father censured her lord and yelled insults at him. Unable to withstand this humiliation, she gave up her life. And while doing so, she hoped that in her next birth, she would be born as a child of a family who loved and respected her Shiva. When Shiva heard that his wife had given up her body, he went mad with grief. He did not know what to do. Daksha's yajna was completely destroyed. But there was no consolation for him. He decided to give up this entire world, give up this worldly life, give up the life of the Grihastha, and took up severe austerities and penance. Many years later, Parvati was born. She was the daughter of Himavan and Mena Devi. She liked Shiva from when she was a young age. But one day, Narada Muni came to them and mentioned to her parents that their daughter would one day marry the great Shiva. When Parvati heard it, she was so happy. But wondering how to get the attention of Shiva, she, along with her friends, went to the grove where Shiva did his penance. At the same time that Parvati and her friends went to the grove, Manmatha, the god of love, was sent by Indra, the king of gods, to go and disturb Shiva's penance and to pierce his heart with arrows that made him fall in love. You should have seen Manmatha. His bow was made of sugarcane. The string of that was made of bees. And he had 5 deadly arrows made of different flowers.
Talanku takatiku takatati ginatom jeku janakujam janakujam janaku kinakujam kinakujam jeku janakujam kiratakatom janaku kinakujam ధరిగిడతోం జేకు జనకుజం జనకు కిణకుజం కిణకు తరికుజం తరికుడిటికుజం జేకు జనకు కిడతకతోం ధరిగిడతోం జనకు కిణకు ధరిగిడతోం తగదరితోం జేకు జనకు జనకు కిణకు కిణకు తరికు తరికు డిడికు జేకు జనకు తకత జనకు కిణకు తకతై కిటతకతోం కిడతకదరిగిడతోం కిటతకతోం
Manmatha was hidden, and he saw that Parvati entered and she was bowing to Shiva. And Shiva even blessed her and said she would find a partner who would be sincere to her, thinking that this is the time. And Manmatha got ready with his arrows and was ready to strike at Shiva. Shiva sat facing Parvati and was blessing her. Slowly, he felt a disturbance in his mind. He searched around and saw Manmatha. He was mad with rage. He opened his third eye and burned Manmatha to the ground. Irritated with everything around him, he just walked away. As he walked away, Parvati was heartbroken and Manmatha was burned to the ground. Parvati was very distraught. She thought her one chance at getting Shiva's romantic attention, went away with Manmatha. Now that I think of it, I remember a song that was composed which perfectly matches what was going on in Parvati's mind, especially as she spoke to her friends and confidants, telling them about her longing for Shiva and not knowing what to do about it.
திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன் சித்விலாசநாதனடி திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன் சித்விலாசநாதனடி திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன் சித்திலாசநாதனடி திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன் சித்திலாசநாதனடி திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன் சித்திலாசநாதனடி திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன் சித்திலாசநாதனடி. பருவத்திலே அடியே பருவத்திலே அடியே பருவத்திலே அடியே பருவத்திலே அவர் பாதம் பணிந்ததெல்லாம் ஒன்றறியேன் உருவத்திலே அவரை கண்டபின் போனார் எல்லதேவே திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன் சித்திலாசநாதனடி திருவொற்றியூர் தியாகராஜன். பார்த்த கண்கள் பார்த்தது போல் பார்த்த இடமெல்லாம் எனக்கு தோன்றுதடி சகியே தோன்றுதடி சகியே தோகையே ஒரு வழி சொல்லடி ஆத்திரத்தா மனம் பதறி ஆசையாகி மேலிருந்தே பத்திரம் செய்தும் அவர்க்கும் எனக்கும் சொந்தம் விடாவதை நீ சுகதந்து ஆத்திரத்தால் மனம் பதறி ஆசையே
Parvati pondered about this difficult question for a very long time until one day she had a realization. She had never really understood Shiva or what kind of a person he was. This line of thinking made her understand that he was someone who was detached from the material world. He was Tyagesha. He was also intrinsically connected to everything. And he was Paramesha. This duality in him made her understand who this person is and who she would be if she was the wife of such a man. If he was Jagadisha, then she would be Jagadatri, the mother of the universe. She understood what to do, and her decision was done. Nobody could deter her. Her mind was made up. She was going to leave her palace, leave all the material comforts, leave everything, and take very sincere austerity. After a long time of hard penance, the entire world around Parvati could feel the strength of her tapasya. One such day, a strange man in guise of a Brahmin came to her, and Parvati, being very respectful, gave him due hospitality. The brahmachari looked at her and asked her why a princess like her, who was so delicate, would be out here performing such harsh tapasya. Probing her a little, he asked her if it was to procure someone's hand in marriage. Learning that it was Shiva that she wanted to win, he looked perplexed. He asked her if she was joking or if he heard it wrong. Why would anyone choose Lord Shiva? Why? Parvati became more and more irritated after she listened. And he could see it. But he ignored her and continued to berate Shiva more and more. He told her that Shiva liked very much to take the bhasma from the graveyard and apply it all over his body, as if it was something very precious. He spoke about how Shiva had snakes on his arms. He mentioned to her about how he wore the skin of an elephant as if it was precious silk. And not even to mention the garland of skulls that he had on. And he continued to ask her, why would anyone choose such a person willingly? And Parvati couldn't take it, and he had continued to berate her lord over and over and over again. She couldn't take it anymore. She just asked him to stop. And she mentioned to her that this was her choice, and this was her decision, and her mind was made. And no words mentioned by him can deter her. And all of these qualities that he mentioned did not matter at all. They were just superficial. They were only skin deep. She defended her lord's character, his majesty. And he mentioned her love towards him and defended it wholeheartedly. She asked him to just go away from her and just started to walk away. And she heard her name being called and she turned. Instead of the brahmachari, it was Lord Shiva himself who stood there. Let me tell you what Parvati saw and how she described her Shiva to her friend who was near her. Her eyes was full of Shiva. Oh, it was so beautiful.
ಹೊಳೆವ ಕೆಂಜೆಡೆಗಳ ಮಣಿಮಕುಟ ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಹೊಳೆವ ಕೆಂಜೆಡೆಗಳ ಮಣಿಮಕುಟ ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಹೊಳೆವ ಕೆಂಜೆಡೆಗಳ ಮಣಿಮಕುಟ ಒಪ್ಪುವ ಸುಳಿಬಲ್ಲ ನಗೆ ಮೊಗದ ಸುಳಿಪಲ್ಲ ನಗೆ ಮೊಗದ ಕಂಗಳ ಕಾಂತಿಯಂ ಈರೇಳು ಭುವನವಂ ಕಂಗಳ ಕಾಂತಿಯಂ ಈರೇಳು ಭುವನವಂ ಬೆಳಗುವ ದಿವ್ಯ ಸ್ವರೂಪವ ಕಂಡೆ ನಾನು ಬೆಳಗುವ ದಿವ್ಯ ಸ್ವರೂಪವ ಕಂಡೆ ನಾನು ಕಂಡೆನ್ನ ಕಂಗಳ ಬರಹಿಂದಿದೆಂದು ಕಂಡೆನ್ನ ಕಂಗಳ ಬರಹಿಂದಿದೆಂದು ಹೊಳೆವ ಜಟೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಳಬೇಳರಿಂಗಳು ಹೊಳೆವ ಜಟೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಳೆಬೆಳರಿಂಗಳು ಪಣಿಮಣಿ ಕುಂಡಲವ ನೋಡವ ಪಣಿಮಣಿ ಕುಂಡಲವ ನೋಡವ ರುಂಡಮಾಲೆಯ ಕೊರಳವನ ಕಂಡರೆ ಬರಹೇಳವ ಬರಹೇಳವ ರುಂಡಮಾಲೆಯ ಕೊರಳವನ ಕಂಡರೆ ಬರಹೇಳವ ಬರಹೇಳವ ಶಂಕರನ ನಯನ ತುಂಗುಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲಿಪ್ಪುದು ಶಂಕರನ ನಯನ ತುಂಗುಷ್ಟದ ಮೇಲಿಪ್ಪುದು ಶಂಕರನ ನಯನ ತುಂಗುಷ್ಟದ ಮೇಲಿಪ್ಪುದು ಸಾ ಗವ 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 ಗರಿ ಹರಿಗ ರಿಗವ ಪದ ಸರಿಗ ಗರಿ ಸದ ಸರಿ ನಿಸದ ಪದ ಸ ಸರಿ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ದ ಪ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ದ ಪ ಸರಿ ಸದ ಪರಿ ದ ಪ ಗ ರ ಪ ಗ ರಿ ಸ ಕುಂಡಮಾಲೆಯ ಕೊರಳವನ ಕಂಡರೆ ಬರಹೇಳವ
It turned out that Shiva wanted to hear from Parvati herself what she felt towards him. He drew her near and assured her that her feelings were reciprocated. He assured her of his love. And soon they were married with a lot of pomp and ceremony. It was such a beautiful wedding, and I was so glad I was able to attend it. Describing the wedding is a story for another day. But let me tell you, from that day, Shiva and Parvati became one, Ardhanarishwara. Let me pray to this divine couple to get the Mangala for this entire Sabha.
नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय